going on to all of my Leos out there. 1 second. So please make sure to get the book on Amazon or BarnesandNoble.com. The links will be in the description box, below as usual. If you'd like to contact me for personal reading, my email address as well as the prices are in the description box below as usual. Please comment on the video. Please like the video. This would most definitely help. Would really appreciate it. Let's get to about 30 likes. If you could, let's get to 30 likes. Smash that thumbs up button. Let's go, right? So let's get into it. So for the Leos, I have the Judgment, the Emperor, the King of Swords, Two of Cups, Empress, Nine of Swords, King of Cups, Two of Swords. Wow, okay. Hierophant, Three of Cups, Seven of Pentacles, Lovers. Okay. Queen of Wands, Ace of Wands, last but not least, the Star. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wait, no. 5, 6. 1. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, 6 out of 15. So the Judgment, Emperor, King of Swords, Two of Cups. Very interesting. Very interesting. You're very right as of right. Slow down. You're very selective about a particular person whom you're trying to get to know, whom you're getting to know. The Judgment represents how you're getting to, let me show you. The Judgment represents how you're getting to know that person. And you're paying, you have your eyes open. You're paying attention to who this person is and the contents of their what? Character. So the Emperor represents the power that you're wielding, right? The power of good decision making, among other things. But this shows a cool, calm, level-headedness in this particular reading for the Leos that represents you're definitely on your P's and Q's. You're paying attention to a particular person, and this particular person whom you're interacting with is represented by the Empress, right? It's represented by the Empress, right? It represents how you're paying attention to who this Empress, this person that represents the Empress, regardless of who it is, who this person actually is in the sense of their contents of their character, not just their physical accolades, right? What they've got going on physically. So you are getting to know this person. The two of you are talking. The Two of Cups represents you and them talking, being in communication, right? So the Nine of Swords, okay, the Nine of Swords and the King of Cups now is about how this is you and them kind of, and the Two of Swords represents you and them kind of being, you and this other person kind of being at odds with each other, because the Nine of Swords, you're wondering about what if this person is going to try to play you, if this person is going to try to manipulate you. Does this person have any kind of tricks up their sleeve? Because, you know, Leo is one of those zodiac signs where they have a very high disposition for hypertension and a heart attack. So, and complications of the heart physically. So they have the highest risk of complications with the heart because Leo rules the heart. So you got to be very careful, Leo. You don't want to play with your heart. You don't want someone playing with your heart. So this is why it is that in my videos I say whenever it is that I want to kind of get at the Leos and have a serious conversation with the Leos, I just really try to help the Leos understand the last thing you want to do is come with the ego. Because when you show up with the ego and you tend to be a little bit overconfident, what will happen is you'll end up missing things that you need to pay attention to that would have saved you a whole lot of grief. Now, why this applies is a lot of you Leos, right, as of right now, as you trying to get to know this person that is represented by the Empress, this is your level of precaution. You're wondering about if this person actually has any kind of tricks up their sleeve. The King of Cups and the Two of Swords represents how the two of you are actually very suspicious of each other as of right now. This person is wondering about if you got anything going on, any kind of tricks up your sleeve. You're wondering the same thing for them. The Hierophant, right? The Hierophant and the Three of Cups represents if the two of you have any baggage that the two of you want to get off each other's, that you want to get off of your chest. As of right, listen to me, Leo, because I'm trying to help you out. Now is the time for you to actually talk about that. If you Leos have anything going on, if they have anything going on, you as Leos need to pull it out of them. Look, if you have anything going on, please let me know. Why? Because it's showing you right here in the card. This is a great opportunity. If the two of y'all are so worried about, this is an amazing reading if you have the eyes to see through this. But now you're on the verge of some sort of breakthrough. It's in our darkest times that we're actually on a verge of a breakthrough. A lot of times, people to see me come on here, they think I'm just ranting and raving or upset about something. No, when I have an Aries moon, when I'm the most bothered by something, it actually means that I'm closest to finding what it is that I need to find, because I'm working something out in me. And it's the same kind of situation for you. If you're thinking about it from that kind of perspective, as Leos, y'all gonna be sitting up here, if you don't have the eyes to look, and be thinking to yourself, why is it that you're going through so much love problems? But if you have the eyes to look, you understand that part of the reason why it is that you and the other person have had past relationship losses is due to the fact that a lot of you Leos and the other person, one of the things that the two of you have in common is y'all are not very communicative. And the Hierophant represents it's time for some straight talk. It's time for direct, straightforward, blunt talk where the two of you can really sit down at the table, so to speak, like a negotiation, like two business CEOs, right? And the Three of Cups represents if the two of you have any kind of dirt whatsoever, now is most definitely the time to get it off your chest. The Seven of Pentacles is this person whom you may be getting to know may have something to get off their chest. As of right now, if you Leos have something, get it off your chest. So the two of you can actually step into this newfound relationship that the two of you could potentially have. That's why it is that you're getting the Lovers. The Lovers represents that the two of you could be in a real relationship with each other. But the Hierophant and the Three of Cups represents how the two of you need to be able to talk with each other, communicate. See, Mercury is the most important planet in everyone's birth charts. And what is Mercury? Lovers, right? Communication. Like I said before, in my Virgo video last week, this is why it is that so many people go bonkers during Mercury retrogrades, Leo, because when Mercury is in retrograde, there's an emphasis on why communication, direct, straightforward communication needs to work. See, you don't see when a planet goes retrograde, it becomes stronger. There's an even more of an importance to it. That's why Mercury is the planet that goes retrograde, Leos, the most. Because what it's showing you is that you need communication in order to fall in love. Mercury represents the planet of breath. You cannot live if you don't breathe, right? So Mercury is also the planet of ideas, common sense, so much more. Why is this important? Well, Gemini is the major arcana of lovers is Gemini. Gemini is a Mercury zodiac sign, that and Virgo, right? So this is a representation about how you need this level of straightforward communication to actually have this newfound relationship work for you. The Queen of Wands represents you need to step into your own sense of newfound strength with this straightforward communication. And if the person is going to be offended, if they're coming off disrespectfully, then allow the chips to fall where they may. You as Leos, don't you coward out. Don't you flinch. So the Ace of Wands and the Star card now represents how a star is, well, the sun is a star. So it represents how a lot of you Leos have this kind of newfound energy, but it's a type of energy that you're going to be able to need to see what's good about the difficulties that you're going through. You understand? Because the star represents Aquarius. And Aquarius is Leo's exact opposite zodiac sign. So why this is important in the first place is because what it's showing you is you can have the relationship that you want, but the relationship that you want, listen to what I'm trying to tell you. The relationship as to what you want is going to be a little bit more difficult than that. You're going to have a lot more issues than that. Why? At first, because it's the breaking down of the ego. You can't get yourself in a meaningful relationship. Most people don't get themselves in meaningful relationships because the ego is involved. The ego is responsible for only one thing and one thing only: survival. The ego wants to make sure that you eat, you excrement, you have a place to stay, clean air to breathe, clean water to drink. That's it, right? Fight or flight situation. Adrenaline starts coursing through your body to be able to defend yourself from an attacker or danger of some kind. That's the ego. So the ego will take care of itself. It's automatic. The mere fact that you eat is an expression of the ego, right? And it's something that we all do automatically. So the ego will take care of itself. But too often times, Leos, what you have out here, regardless of whatever the zodiac sign is, regardless of how old or young they are, you'll have people who are out here who have huge egos because their ego has become inflated from just being their ego. The only objective that the ego has, the only job that the ego has, the only function that the ego has is survival. And then they start making decisions when it comes to love and everything else with their ego. So they go into situations with a tactical survivalist mentality of, I gotta survive this relationship type of thing. And they don't seem to understand, by definition, real relationships where there's real love, the ego is supposed to be forgotten about. Because love is a form of madness. Literally, it's a form of madness. It's a form of ecstasy. It's literally a form of madness. It's a form of drunkenness. And you're not going to be able to get to that level, high levels of understanding, if you're too freaking worried about yourself. Let's clarify the star card. I'm channeling tonight. I'm using the Halloween Tarot, the Devil. To clarify the star, you got the Devil, the Magician, and the Eight of Pumpkins. So to clarify the Star card, these three cards, what it's saying to you is that the relationship is here and now for some of you Leos, but the Devil represents some of the things that you just have to learn to take care of at the very beginning of the relationship so that you can actually grow. The Magician represents how stop being scared to talk about the skeletons in your closet and encourage the other person to talk about their skeletons in the closet. And then the Eight of Pentacles represents now you're in a position to decide whether or not you actually want to be with this person, because this person will lay out a lot of the things, especially if you keep asking them and you keep encouraging them to do that. They will lay out what they've got going on in their skeletons in their closet, so you can make a distinction as to whether or not you want to be with them. Let's clarify the Lovers. Clarify the Lovers. Lovers. So you have, clarify the Lovers, you got the Lovers. What is that? Three of bats and the High Priestess. What is that? Okay. Yeah, this is so to clarify the Lovers, we have the Lovers, Three of Bats, High Priestess. So what the Lovers is saying is your love life is completely up underneath your control in that sense. As far as entry level, you have an option right now to choose what you want, to fall in love with this person and actually be in a relationship, or destroy the relationship now that you're in the preliminary form, or you're in the beginning stages of the relationship. And the High Priestess represents even if you was to let them go, this person's still going to hold on to you in memory for a little while, because they do like you. So that's pretty much it. All right. Comment on the video, like the video, subscribe. If you'd like to contact me for a personal reading, my email address as well as the prices are in the description box below. Let's see if we can get this video to 30 likes. Peace.